Hello everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Great to have you here tuning in for today's video. I got some special news for you and the weekend was just around the corner. I hope you had a good one, enjoyed it to the max with maximum taste. And for those who are not familiar yet with me, I'm Christine, also known as Miss Nine, where I compose, produce music, and when it's possible again, to perform the music in clubs and on festivals to make you groove, dance and enjoy new music. And this is a nice bridge for today's subject, new music. Many of you are familiar with the Around the World compilations I have mixed with music on the label 9 to 5 Music, a platform for young, inspiring artists, producers to bring their music out to you. And today it's all about Sequential. What is Sequential? From who is it? Who made it? And everything around it. A new release on 9 to 5 out today. You will get the preview here today. Let's get right into it. Who made it? Hoffman, a Brazilian artist and DJ producer who moved to Japan in 2000. Brazil, one of the great countries where I have some amazing memories from, with some amazing tours, touring with Deep Dish to Maresias, Varungi, Porto Alegre to Curitiba, Florianopolis, all around the Japanese culture as well, one of my favorites. Hoffman got it all. He was inspired by the Japanese culture. That made him move in 2000 because new opportunities came economic-wise and where he evolved as an artist. I hope to have him on board here with me on the video today. There is a little wall in between us because of the current situation and the language. My Portuguese, unfortunately, is not as good. I mean, I can order my breakfast and everybody makes fun of me when I ask for omelette de avocado. I keep that for what it is. Hoffman is currently studying English for more interviews and introduce himself better to his audience. And I got a little message from him right here.
Hello world, my name is Hoffman. I hope you're well. I am very happy for you to listen my new track Sequential. It's out now on 925 Music. I hope you like. Thank you very much.
So I asked him what made him move to Japan. First, the opportunities in 2000. He wanted to stay 1 year, but what happens when you're having fun? You actually stay more years, you spend more time with that person, and now it's been more than 20 years that he is in Japan. So I also asked him when did he create Sequential, the release. In 2020 actually, with the pandemic made him be at home and be stuck in the studio to express and transform his ideas, his imagination into his musical composition. And this is where Sequential was born. Was he always into music? By the age of 10, he has been linked to music because of his father. His father was a musician and then he started to play guitar, and that was the base from his today's career. And by the age of 15, he became a resident DJ of a club in Brazil where he performed and evolved further. And when he was 19, he started to play in other states in Brazil, so he was traveling around already a little bit until 2000 when he moved to Japan because of the opportunities in jobs, and then he was so busy that he couldn't do anything with music again. But once you're born with it, or once you actually have been associated with music, you never lose it out of sight. And after 8 years of hard work, he decided to get back into music again. Found a colleague, Brazilian DJ in Japan, where they threw parties and played at small clubs to evolve further. And then in 2020, he went back into the studio because he had to, and he was locked up with everything. So this is how Sequential was born, basically. What is, in his opinion, the best food of Brazil? And his answer is rice, beans and vegetables. And I can tell you, I have tried that dish, which was amazing. A very traditional dish. I think we had chorizo. Brazil is also about yes, the churrascaria, and he became more vegetarian over the last couple years, but that is definitely a cultural tip when you go and visit Brazil to check it out. I also asked him about his habits, his daily habits, what keeps him moving forward, and his answer is that he wakes up very early, he meditates, and he goes to the gym. And these habits became much stronger during this pandemic, so he had more focus on his personal development as well. And I also asked him what can he share about the Japanese culture. The Japanese people always bow. They respect the people a lot with who they communicate with, which is a nice characteristic of the culture, in my opinion. And what the Japanese people most value is the work. And also when you go into a restaurant, you hear the word irashimasu, which means welcome. And Japanese people are always polite. They welcome you with open arms and always thank and bow. And they also value the work they do. That is a very strict regime, and Hoffman learned so much to value that as well in his work. The Japanese are very educated people, and there are a lot of engineers. The train system and the structure is just amazing over there. When I took the Shinkansen to Kyoto, everything was on time. You get in the front, you exit at the back. Also, the buses are always on time. Everything is so structured that it's so nice that it feels very peaceful for me when I visit the country, and it's very lightening to experience that. And sometimes I wonder how Germany can mess it up in the wintertime with the Deutsche Bahn that a train doesn't go. I mean, we have so many engineers in Germany as well. I don't know, somehow they always manage to cancel trains, or I don't know what reasons are the reasons for that. A bow to the Japanese for that. And I also asked him about what would he recommend for somebody traveling to Japan for the very first time. Try sushi, go to the fish market, check out the temple, the Meiji Shrine. If you have time, go travel to Kyoto. It's a very beautiful place. The cherry blossom time is a very special time when you're able to make it out there. Akihabara, which is great for DJs and producers to visit. You have many shopping malls, food malls, you have Disney, you have Universal Studios, national parks, so there is a lot to do in Japan once you visit. And the track Sequential is a very cool track, crossover between minimalistic techno and progressive. Think of a historical foundation with a minimalistic driven groovy bass line. Get surprised by elements from the Japanese culture. It definitely keeps you going when you work out. I won't keep you longer waiting here. The preview will show up here. Check it out. Give us a thumbs up. Show support on Hoffman's socials. And here it is. Check it out. Sequential, out now on 9 to 5 Music. And we would appreciate some support. And Hoffman as well. Thank you guys for watching, and give us a thumbs up, share the music and the fun here in the world of 9 and on the channel. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you next week, next Monday, 8 p.m. CET. Bye!